Imagine for a moment turning just a single photograph into an entire 3D world, a world that you can actually walk through. 2-sec silence. Or think about the quiet, the ongoing battle that's reshaping how you find information online. Right now, it's really not just about what Google shows you anymore. These are two really intriguing, powerful threads that weave through today's deep dive.
Welcome, everyone, to The Deep Dive. Yeah, today we're unpacking a truly massive and, frankly, fascinating shift in the digital landscape. Our mission? Well, it's to make sense of the latest AI movements. Everything from these epic legal battles that could redefine market control all the way to groundbreaking generative tech. We'll kick things off looking at Google's recent court decision and how it's essentially turbocharging AI search rivals. And we'll hit some quick, intriguing AI news like ChatGPT's sometimes, let's say, overly sensitive safety features and the sheer power of advanced prompting. After that, I'll look at some practical AI business models. And finally, we'll dive into something truly mind-bending, creating fully explorable 3D universes from just one image. Okay, let's unpack this.
So for a moment there, it honestly looked like Google might actually lose Chrome. You know, its dominant browser. That didn't happen. But the judge's ruling certainly came with a profound twist. The court ruled that Google must share some of its deepest search data. Think of it like a massive download of information, years of internet crawling, ranking, indexing, all compressed. That feels like a huge advantage for rivals, almost like a decade-long head start, wouldn't you say?
That's precisely right. I mean, Google gets to keep Chrome and Android, which, okay, that's a huge win for them, no doubt. But the crucial part is they can no longer lock out competitors from those really valuable default search slots,
right?
On devices like Safari or Samsung phones. So this means a one-time snapshot of Google's search index, and that basically it's a huge library, right?
Yeah.
An organized list of all websites, their content, how important they are, that get shared. And then parts of its search results will be licensed for 5 years. What's genuinely fascinating here is just the sheer scale of that data and what it implies.
Yeah, that genuinely opens the doors wide. For companies like OpenAI, Perplexity,
And Claude.
right, and Claude, suddenly phone makers and browser developers, they aren't tied down anymore. They can actually preload AI search alternatives. This could lead to some really interesting deals, maybe with Samsung, Xiaomi, even Apple, challenging that whole status quo.
And the timing is just wild, truly. 1 in 4 internet users already use AI chat for search. That's a significant, really rapid shift. Now, Google still dominates the market, obviously, but the playing field has got a lot more interesting, a lot more competitive.
Yeah.
This whole dynamic, it raises a key question, though.
Well, historically, building a full-blown search engine, I mean, with all the trust you need, the polished UI, it's incredibly expensive. But companies like OpenAI, Microsoft, Apple, they absolutely have the funds to make a real run at it. This isn't just some small startup trying to compete anymore. It's a real institutional challenge. So how will this data sharing truly reshape the search market for us, for the users? Are we talking a dramatic shift, or is it more evolutionary?
It's probably both. You'll definitely see more choices, absolutely, and intense innovation. But the real insight, I think, is that for the first time, the quality of search might actually shift away from Google. It forces them to innovate not just on market dominance, but on pure utility. We could finally see truly personalized AI-driven answers that go way beyond just, 10 blue links. All right, shifting gears a bit from those macro-level search wars, let's dive into some rapid-fire highlights from the AI world. First up, there's something interesting about ChatGPT's safety features. Apparently, it's auto-redirecting users to suicide helplines when it detects anything it thinks is potentially concerning. Even in pretty normal chats sometimes, it's a bit much, maybe a little too sensitive.
That's a really fine line, isn't it? It makes you wonder how these systems are trained to interpret context and, well, at what point that intervention becomes more intrusive than helpful.
Exactly. Moving on, Google also has this tool called Banana. It cleans up visuals for documents, things like scans, and the results are pretty impressive, actually, though, some people are naturally concerned about its potential for less noble uses, which is always a consideration with powerful tools, right?
Always. Then there's the power of advanced prompting, 2-sec silence. It's almost like learning a new language specifically for talking to AI. People are finding that once you really master these techniques, tools like ChatGPT or Grok or Gemini, they feel like entirely different AIs. It's a skill that fundamentally changes the whole interaction.
Oh, it's true. I still wrestle with prompt drift myself sometimes, where the AI starts to lose focus or kind of veer off topic after a few turns, trying to keep a lock onto what I actually want. But these pro-level techniques, they're like unlocking cheat codes. They let you sculpt the AI's output in ways you just wouldn't believe otherwise.
Meanwhile, That race for data continues intensely. Both OpenAI and xAI, Elon Musk's from, they showed interest in the data from an AI coding assistant called Cursor. But its owner, Anysphere, isn't selling. This really highlights just how valuable specialized AI data has become in this environment. It really is the new oil, in a way.
Yeah, it is. And some good news for lots of folks. OpenAI is letting all free users try ChatGPT projects now. You can upload up to 5 files, use these smart workspaces, which is a great way for more people to experience its capabilities, get a feel for it. Finally, a big win for Udia, an AI startup. They raised $105 million to transform legal billing using AI, and they acquired over 300 legal experts in the process. This has huge potential for streamlining really complex processes and even supporting pro bono work, maybe making legal services more efficient overall. So think about all these diverse advancements. What's the biggest challenge they create for us, the users, right now?
Well, it's about balancing these exciting new capabilities with the ethical concerns, right? And also just figuring out how to use these tools effectively. I think the underlying challenge is actually trust, not just in the AI itself, but in the systems deploying it, and trust in our own ability to tell truth from really sophisticated generated content. Okay, so for those thinking about practical applications, maybe even starting something in the AI space, there are some interesting guides floating around. One discusses 6 profitable voice agent business ideas for 2025. Think high-value niches like hyper-personalized customer support for maybe boutique e-commerce, or specialized virtual assistants handling complex admin tasks for small legal firms, selling those AI voice services for recurring revenue.
Exactly. Instead of just generic customer service, imagine an AI voice agent that's perfectly trained for the nuances of, say, a luxury travel agency. Handling flight changes or specific visa questions with almost human-like precision, that's a big market with real needs. And another guide shows you how to build a multi-agent automation workflow using NAN. This lets you set up multiple AI tools, basically working together like a team of virtual assistants to complete a complex task. So you could, for example, auto-research and write an entire newsletter without direct human input at each step. It's kind of like stacking Lego blocks of data and services to build something much bigger.
Right, and this is about moving beyond just those one-off tasks, which is where a lot of AI agencies seem to get stuck. It points to a common trap, getting caught in these high-stress, low-margin projects. The guide suggests ditching that model and learning the AI operating system model instead. This is about building a scalable, repeatable AI service, not just custom, single projects for clients. It's about building something that generates recurring revenue, not just project fees. It's just a smarter way to scale, really. So how can creators and businesses best leverage these kinds of AI recipes for growth?
I think focusing on those recurring services and the integrated AI workflows, that provides a much clearer path to sustainable income and probably less stress too. It's about building a robust, repeatable system, not just individual widgets.
Makes sense. Sponsor.
Okay, let's switch gears again for some rapid-fire AI quick hits. Keep us up to date with the latest happenings. First up, Apple is reportedly crafting its own AI web search tool for Siri. This is a direct play to rival OpenAI, and it links right back to our first segment on search competition. The plot thickens.
That's a real sign of how central AI search is becoming and how important it is for the tech giants to control that experience directly. They really don't want to be left behind on this one. And speaking of systems, on September 3rd, ChatGPT actually faced a global outage. Thousands of users were affected. It really shows that even these incredibly powerful systems, well, they aren't immune to downtime. Technical glitches happen. Makes you wonder if we're maybe putting all our digital eggs in too few AI baskets, right?
Absolutely. It's like discovering the internet isn't always on, you know? A reminder that this digital infrastructure, however advanced, still has its moments of vulnerability. And imagine the productivity hit for all those users. A quick, sharp lesson in AI reliance.
And a bit of drama. OpenAI sued Elon Musk, while also at the same time publicly backing federal AI regulations. It's a complex dance, isn't it? Balancing innovation with these legal and regulatory pressures, sort of a fight and comply strategy.
Yeah, it is. And speaking of Musk, xAI, his AI firm, just saw its CFO leave, another executive departure from his AI ventures, which is becoming a bit of a trend worth noting, maybe.
Maybe so. Finally, OpenAI announced a massive $1.1 billion all-stock acquisition of the platform StatSig. That's a huge move, expanding their capabilities significantly, particularly in the data and analytics space. So what do all these rapid-fire developments tell us about the current state of the AI industry?
It's just a high-stakes, incredibly fast-moving landscape marked by intense competition, consolidation, and very real growing pains. It's never a dull moment, that's for sure.
All right, let's wrap up our deep dive today with something truly remarkable. This comes from Tencent. They've open sourced something called Hunyuan World Voyager. It's a new AI system that transforms a single image into a fully explorable 3D environment. Not just a flat picture, but a world you can actually move through.
Whoa. Okay, imagine generating entire explorable worlds just from one photo. You could walk through the space, pan the camera with your keyboard or joystick. You can revisit past areas, even export the entire 3D environment. That's truly incredible. A whole new frontier in digital creation. It's kind of mind-bending to consider the possibilities there.
And what's really key here is its smart scene memory, or world cache, they call it. This is basically an AI that understands and generates physical spaces, creating consistent virtual environments. Voyager actually remembers areas you've already explored, which is crucial for consistency. It's not just making up new stuff randomly as you move.
So revisited zones look exactly the same, spatially consistent. This caching ensures that consistency, even across long distances.
Wow.
That's been a huge challenge for other image to 3D systems. So solving that is a pretty significant breakthrough. It's like a fundamental problem they've managed to crack.
And the benchmarks. They back it up completely. Voyager ranked #1 on Stanford's World Score for spatial coherence, outperforming other open source models like Genie 3 and Mirage. That's really top-tier performance, setting a new standard.
Yeah. World models like this,
Yeah.
they're definitely one of the most exciting frontiers in AI right now. Labs are racing to build AI systems that genuinely understand and generate physical spaces, not just flat 2D images or text. It's about moving into genuine environmental understanding, a true digital presence.
Right. Until now, these systems often struggled, either with long-range exploration or just keeping scenes consistent as you move further away. Voyager seems to solve both those problems, and it gives users direct control to move around in the world they generated. This really feels like it could be a game changer for virtual environments, doesn't it? So what are the most, mind-bending implications of an AI that can build consistent, explorable 3D worlds from just a single image?
Oh, man. It could redefine virtual experiences entirely, dramatically accelerate design and creativity across so many industries. It could even alter our perception of digital reality itself. It's like creating a parallel universe, basically on demand. So if there's one big idea from today's deep dive, I think it's this. The landscape of AI is just accelerating and shifting dramatically in almost every direction you look.
Yeah, we're seeing this fierce battle for access and control over information, especially in AI-powered search, with new players constantly emerging, challenging those long-held monopolies.
And simultaneously, we're witnessing entirely new paradigms emerge, like these AI systems that can conjure whole explorable 3D worlds from just one picture. It's this blend of practical application and just pure scientific wonder. It's pretty amazing.
It really is about unprecedented access to information, intense competition shaping the future of tech, and just a constant expansion of what we even thought was possible with artificial intelligence.
What an incredible journey today. Seriously, so much happening so fast across the AI world.
Indeed. It leaves you wondering, doesn't it? With AI now capable of building entire explorable 3D worlds and also fiercely competing for our basic search queries, how much of our perceived digital reality will soon be synthesized by machines? And how will that change our understanding of the world around us?
That is definitely a thought to ponder. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for this deep dive.
We hope you gained some valuable insights today. Keep exploring and keep questioning.
We'll be back soon with another deep dive into the fascinating world around us.
Until next time.
Take care.